أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمد ونشكر ونستعين ونستغفر ونؤمن به إنه من يهده فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أحبة في الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We give thanks and praise to Almighty Allah, the Lord of incomparable majesty. We beseech Allah to shower His blessing and His mercy on the noblest of mankind, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, his companion, his relatives, and those who follow the virtue of his teaching to the day of accountability. Brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We thank Allah for giving us this opportunity to hold witness today. We beseech Him to shower His blessing and His mercy on the blessed of mankind. Today we're going to discuss issue that center around a very vital matter, which is the Qur'an, the etiquette and manner of memorizing or relating with the Quran. As we all know, the Quran is the book revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So invariably it's Allah's book, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this known to each and every one of us in the Quran that Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alif Lam Mim, Dhalika al-kitab la rayba fihi hudan lil muttaqin. Allah said, this Quran, La rayba fihi, there is no doubt about it. It's guidance for those who are conscious of Almighty Allah. It's revealed by Almighty Allah. It's the book of Allah. That's the first evidence that has been established that Quran is revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there's another version of the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala challenged the whole of humanity that if we go to Firaybin, Allah, if you are in doubt of what Almighty Allah has revealed, which is the Quran, Allah said, Fatu bi suratin mithlihi. Allah said, come with just a surah that is like of the Quran. Allah said, if we know you can't do it, so it's not possible for man to fabricate or to compose the Quran, because Quran is a divine book from Almighty Allah alone. So therefore, this divine gift that Almighty Allah has given unto mankind through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu to be a guidance for humanity, we need to take it with care, relate with it in a very responsive and responsible manner. And one of the ways with which we can read the Quran is to memorize it, to adhere to its teaching, to also imbibe with all its call. So therefore, as Muslims, one of the key things we're going to address today is how do we memorize the Quran, because it's one of the key ways we can go deep into the Quran. It's when we memorize it, when we read it and memorize it. But there are manners and ethics that we need to have if you want to memorize Quran. One of the ethics is good intention. For any Muslims who intend to memorize Quran, you must have that intention, and the intention must be very cordial, must go in line with Allah's serving Allah alone. So your intention should be you want to use this Quran memory to serve Allah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made us understand this in the Quran. وَمَنْ يَرْجُو لِقَاءَ رَبِّهِ فَلْيَعْمَلْ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا وَلَا يُشْرِكْ بِعِبَادَةِ رَبِّهِ أَحَدًا. Whoever want to uphold any good deeds should make it righteous and should do it for the sake of Allah, should never associate partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all his doing and all his deeds. That's the first thing. And secondly, we also need to understand in memorizing the Quran is the Quran should be revered, should be honored. We should place Quran at a very esteemed position in our life. Quran should be well handled. And how do we do this? Is before you start reading, you should be in ablution. You should be devoid of all forms of impurities. be it wee, be it feces, be it all forms of impurities. It should be free. And one of the key ways with which we can remove impurities from within the body is to be in ablution. And let's say, so nobody will touch the Quran save those that are pure, that are sanctified, that are devoid of impurity. So if a Muslim wants to read the Quran, you should be free of impurities, and you should perform ablution. And after you perform ablution, you've had your intention, you perform ablution, and Quran is a very inviolable book, a sacred book that you need to deal with honor and respect. And fourthly is you should endeavor to face the Qibla. If you want to read Quran, you face the Qibla, because Allah said, فَوَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ قِبْلَ الْمَشْرِقِ وَالْمَغْرِبِ. You should direct your face to that Qibla of the sunset and the sunrise. So you should face the Qibla. Is one of the key things you need to take note of if you want to read Quran. And fourthly is your sitting position should be so calm, and it should be devoid of distraction, a very cool and silent surrounding atmosphere, because you want to engage in a divine responsibility, a divine action. So your environment should be clean as well. And fifth is you should schedule verses you want to memorize. And if you want to do that, you should do it with tadarij. I mean, gradually. The minimum is at least 2 verses. It's okay. 2 verses is okay for you. And you should also plan your time judiciously. You plan your time, you schedule number of verses. So the eyes contact and your finger will play a very essential role in the Quran memorization. So why you play the Quran before you try to trace with your finger, and your eye contact is concentrated on the verse you're about to read. Then you start the reading accordingly. So when you read each verse, you try as much as possible to do what we call repetition. You can repeat as much as 20 times, 50 times consecutively. For example, I want to recite Surah Nuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna arsalna Nuhan ila qawmihi an anzir qawmaka min qabl. Inna arsalna Nuhan ila qawmihi an anzir qawmaka min qabl. إنا أرسلنا نوحا إلى قومه أن أنذر قومك من قبل. إنا أرسلنا نوحا إلى قومه أن أنذر قومك من قبل. This is the approach you apply in the recitation of the Quran, memorization. You repeat several times consecutively. Then after you do that repetitive reading, then you now read offhand without you looking at the book, looking at the Quran, you recite offhand just to confirm if you've really memorized it or not. The minimum time you can recite is 50 times. You can repeat the Quran. And you need to adopt this formula. I mean, R raised to power 3. Read, repeat, revise, and recap. Read, repeat, revise, and recap. This is one of the key ways you adopt in memorization of the Quran. And followed by the next one, which is we need to read from the small. If you have a very long verse, you try as much as possible to break it down to piecemeal so that you'll be able to take it little by little, and you still repeat often, consecutively. And when you do this, like I said, we said read, repeat, revise, and recap. So you try as much as possible to do this often. Most of the time, if you want to do your nawafil, you want to do your salah, you recite it. At your leisure time, you recite it. You try as much as possible to make the Quran your companion, the part and parcel of you, so that it